Before smartphones and streaming, before social media and search engines, one man helped build the digital world we take for granted today. His name is Vint Cerf, and he didn't just witness the internet's birth, he helped write the code that would give it life. Known as one of the fathers of the internet, Cerf's story isn't one of fame, but of infrastructure, ideas, and quiet brilliance that reshaped the planet. Born in 1943 in New Haven, Connecticut, Cerf was a curious child with a sharp mind. He suffered from a hearing impairment early in life, which may have helped spark his lifelong interest in systems of communication. That fascination never faded. He studied mathematics at Stanford and later earned a Ph.D. in computer science from UCLA, just as the world was on the edge of a digital revolution. While at UCLA, Cerf was part of a groundbreaking team working on the ARPANET, a U.S. Department of Defense project designed to test computer networking. ARPANET was the earliest form of the internet, but it had a problem. It couldn't connect easily with other networks. Every system had its own way of sending data. That fragmentation would soon inspire Cerf's most important contribution. In 1973, Cerf teamed up with engineer Bob Kahn to solve the challenge of linking different computer networks into one global system. Their solution was a revolutionary pair of protocols called TCP/IP. These protocols allowed data to travel across multiple networks seamlessly. They weren't just writing code, they were building the universal language of the internet. With TCP/IP, data could be broken into packets, sent over different routes, and reassembled at its destination. The system was decentralized, flexible, and powerful. This wasn't just a technical fix. It was the foundation of a whole new kind of communication. It would take years to catch on, but the future had already been coded by Cerf and Kahn. On January 1, 1983, the ARPANET officially adopted TCP/IP as its standard protocol. That moment is now widely recognized as the official birth of the modern internet. Thanks to Cerf and Kahn's work, disconnected networks around the world could finally talk to each other. It was a quiet revolution, but its effects would be global and permanent. Cerf didn't stop at writing protocols. He became a key advocate for building an open and accessible internet, one not owned or controlled by any single government or corporation. His work in standards, governance, and public education helped ensure that the internet would remain a tool for global communication and innovation, not just another walled-off system. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Cerf worked with both public and private institutions to bring the internet to the world. He held leadership roles in research institutions and joined MCI, where he helped build one of the first commercial email services. While others chased .com wealth, Cerf focused on stability, scale, and reach. In 2005, Vint Cerf joined Google as their chief internet evangelist, a title as unique as his role. His mission was to promote internet access around the world, especially in developing countries. He believed and still believes that a connected world is a better world, and that the benefits of the internet should reach everyone, not just the elite. But Cerf's vision extends even beyond Earth. He partnered with NASA to work on the Interplanetary Internet, a project aimed at creating communication protocols for deep space missions. These protocols account for long delays and signal disruptions, laying the groundwork for how humans might one day talk to Mars or beyond. Even as the internet expanded, Cerf remained focused on its long-term health. He warned early on about digital decay, the risk of future generations losing access to information stored in outdated formats or on obsolete platforms. He urged tech leaders to build for preservation, not just for profit or speed. Cerf also became a vocal defender of net neutrality, the idea that all internet traffic should be treated equally. He warned against internet service providers gaining control over what people could access online. For Cerf, the internet was meant to be a level playing field, a public utility for the mind. Despite his achievements, Cerf has always stayed grounded. He's known for his humility, humor, and commitment to collaboration. He often reminds young technologists that the internet reflects its users. It can be a tool for progress or destruction. Technology, he says, is neutral. It's up to us to use it wisely. Cerf has received some of the highest honors in science and technology, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the Turing Award, and inclusion in the Internet Hall of Fame. But ask him what matters most, and he'll say it's ensuring that future generations can continue to build on what's been created. Today, Cerf remains active in research, policy, and education. He travels, lectures, and continues to advise on the future of networking, AI, and cybersecurity. At an age when most people slow down, Cerf is still thinking decades ahead, often about problems most people haven't even noticed yet. He's especially concerned about misinformation, privacy, and AI ethics. He warns that the digital world needs stronger norms, more accountability, and better education. Without these, he believes the same system built to unite people can just as easily divide them. Even now, Cerf codes in his spare time and stays in close contact with the world's top computer scientists. He has no plans to retire. He believes the internet is still in its early stages, a rough draft of a much larger, smarter, and more inclusive future. So what drives him? It's not wealth or status. It's curiosity. It's the belief that humanity is better when connected. That sharing knowledge, ideas, and stories makes the world more peaceful, more innovative, and more fair. Cerf sees the internet not as a product but as a platform for civilization. He remains a defender of openness in a time when the internet is growing more siloed and commercial. His original vision of a resilient, distributed, and universal network is still under threat. But Cerf believes that if we protect its values, the web can still be humanity's most important invention. Most of us use the internet every day without knowing who built it. But every time we send an email, stream a video, or read an article, we're walking on the digital roads Cerf helped pave. He may not be a household name, but his influence is in every line of code and every packet of data. Vint Cerf is more than just a tech pioneer. He's a reminder that progress doesn't always come from the loudest voices but from those who build quietly, steadily, and wisely. His life is proof that a single idea shared with the right partner at the right time can reshape the world. If Vint Cerf's story gave you a new appreciation for the internet's roots, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you stories from the pioneers, visionaries, and unseen heroes who shape the tools you use every day. Stay connected for the right reasons. Creating this kind of network wasn't simply about hardware, it was about fundamentally changing network logic. Cerf and his colleagues designed systems that store data when connections are absent, then forward it once contact is restored, making the internet endure even when the link itself doesn't. Importantly, Cerf insisted these technologies be open and public. He believed any future spacefaring, like government or commercial, should adopt the same protocols to guarantee interoperability, cooperation, and extension of the network beyond Earth. Cerf has also voiced future scenarios that captured the imagination, from web domains like Earth or Mars to the idea of a space-based backbone integrating humans, rovers, and orbiters in one interlinked network. It points to a solar system-wide internet, rather than one limited to Earth. Yet, like any bold infrastructure, the interplanetary internet is still emerging. Mission planners remain cautious. New systems pose risks. Convincing agencies to adopt experimental networks decades out remains part of Cerf's tireless advocacy. Quanta Magazine, the new stack. Meanwhile, Earth benefits too. These protocols have been piloted to bring connectivity to remote regions like reindeer herders in northern Sweden and could support communication in disaster zones, underwater environments, or anywhere connectivity is disrupted. DatacenterDynamics, the new stack. As we futurecast the internet, Cerf's legacy becomes ever more profound. From building global infrastructure to seeding interplanetary networks, his vision stretches across time and space. And as long as we value connection, his influence will keep guiding our progress. If Vint Cerf's story gave you a new appreciation for the hidden systems that shape our world and beyond, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned as we uncover the pioneers, protocols, and planetary dreams that continue to redefine what it means to connect.